part 2 of the water tank project tutorial. My name is Odaya Pollard from Trinidad and Tobago, and we're going to complete the tank hopefully within this frame. If not, we will have a part 3. What we're going to do today is that we're going to annotate the project, create a foundation plan, add a topography, and as well as add a reveal to the bottom of the walls and add a slab edge. First thing we'll do is add a slab edge. Now I've created a 3D view called 3D Rebar, and then you have your original 3D view. Right? Just to make sure that I don't see like anything, I don't want to see any rebars. Type in VG for visibility graphics. And we don't want to see area reinforcement as well as rebar. Apply. Okay. Alright. So we're going to apply a slab edge to the bottom of the foundation slab. So we go to structure, floor slab edge. Let me just undo that. We can select all the slab edge at one time. Select one, hover over one without pressing the left click button and press tab. You see it highlights the 4 corners or the 4 sides, and that should give you your slab edge. To look at this in section, this is it here. Now, if you notice, my hatch is slightly grayed out. It's a light gray, where yours might be a dark gray. To achieve this, same thing in this view, VG. First one will be floors. Ensure that in the cut patterns, you override the color to a light gray. And you do the same things for the wall. Right? And you have the wall and floor and wall, and that's it. Right. With that, we could add in our rebar one time inside of here. So select the floor edge, rebar, perpendicular to cover, and we're going to select 0, 0. 816 is fine. I want 2 rebars at the base. Right? That's fine. That now, what we're going to do, we're going to add a wall reveal here by creating a generic model or creating a model in place. So open your level 1 floor plan, type WT, so you have the 2 section, the 2 views next to each other, and in the plan view you go to structure, components, model in place, and we're going to call it a foundation, structural foundation. And why I choose structural foundation is because I would like to have rebars placed in this component. We're going to call it base foundation wall sweep. And go to create, and we're going to create a sweep. We're going to sketch the part, and in the plan view use the pick lines and select the edges. Actually, let me undo this. Let me select this one first because I would like to create a profile in this view. So this one, see, so you see you have the profile option there. Now we go to trim. TR is the shortcut for trim. Or you could just come up here to the modify section and select trim. And you just trim. You have to make sure you have an enclosed loop. So the sweep will go, the profile will sweep along that path. Select yes, or the big green tick mark, check mark, sorry. And then we're going to create a profile by editing it. You see it already asked us what view we would like to go to. Section 1 is fine. Go to create, model line, intersection, we're coming across 200, come up 50 millimeters, come at an angle at 135, and just close off the sketch. Select the big green tick mark. Select green tick mark again. Now let's add a material to this. Right, so you choose concrete cast in situ. Okay. In the Inplace Editor, finish the model. In here, select and let's join it to the floor and the wall. So select the wall by selecting the join tool, select the wall, then your component, select the floor, then your component. Let's add some rebars to that. So select any section, you can select. Now mind you, when I'm adding rebars to here, it's only going to be going along the top horizontal part and not straight around. If you choose, you could create sections and add the rebars along the full part, but for now I'm just going to do it along here, and I will only display the rebar here for documentation purposes. So select rebar, same 16 millimeters. I want 2 rebars, and they will be around here. Modify. Alright. Let's go in the side plan, and while the side plan is open, we could type VG for visibility graphics, and we really don't need to see the reinforcement in the side plan. So uncheck structural area reinforcement and structural rebar, apply, okay. As well, what I skipped a step, so going back to your section view, select the reveal, edit in place. One thing I want to change is the visibility settings. I don't want to see this in plan. So what you see in the mode visibility settings, uncheck plan RCP. RCP is reflective ceiling plan. Select OK, finish the model. So now that we go back to the side plan, it should not. I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, hidden. Alright, that's fine. Alright. So let's add a topo surface. And this topo surface is going to be at the bottom of the tank. So go to masking and site, topo surface. The elevation is at 0, 0, which is fine. Escape. In fact, I would like to, actually that's fine. Select the green checkbox, and there you have it. is applied. So the next step, we could annotate, but I want to create a callout view of this section here. So you go to View, Callout, Rectangle, Modify, select the callout and just move this out of the way. Double click on the, and it'll give you a close-up view. What I would like to do is add a detail component here that will show a water stop. So go to Annotate, Component, and it's not loaded into the project, what I want. So we go to Load Family, go to US Metric, Detail Items, go to Concrete, Forms and Accessories, and these are the different types. I will choose this one, Water Stop Dumbbell Section, open. Press spacebar to rotate it and rest it right about there. Go back to Annotate, select Detail Line, and about 100, come across, drop about 40 millimeters, come across 100, 40 millimeters. Let's modify that. Alright. As well as go to Region, and let's select a region. We'll select the solid black, edit this type, and we'll call this, we're picking the solid black, but we're duplicating this, and we're calling this vapor proof. Vapor proofing. And we're changing the color to I guess a red. Okay. And select the rectangle. Oops, that's the line. Rectangle. You can press it anywhere around here. Big green check mark. That will represent your DPC or something to that sort. Alright, so while we are here, let's add some text to this. So with in the Annotate, select text, make sure that you have an arrow. Using the curve arrow. If you want the straight arrow leader, that's fine. I like the curve, I like how it looks. So and we'll type water stop C arc drawings. Oops, skip. Arc DWGS. Alright. Add some dimensions. DI for dimensions, or you can select the dimensions in the quick access tool. And let's add some dimensions here. It's gonna be depth. I don't want to see the level, so I'll hide that. That should be fine. Let's put a break line here. So go to component, and it should have break line. If you don't have break line here, go to load family, US metric, detail items, general, and break line. So I have it loaded into the project. So I'm going to select it and place it somewhere around there. Let's stretch this. That's a little longer. Let's add another one. Add another one here. It makes it look a little neater. Alright, so that takes care of that. Let's add some annotations to these to this section. So tag by category. Let's keep this. X out this. Now let's see what tags we have loaded into the system. See if I go to structural reinforcement, I have a squiggly symbol, but I don't want to use that. So I'll go to load family, US metric, annotations, structural, go for area reinforcement tag. What's this one here? No, I like this one. Open. Right? So when we go to tag now, this is really not the tag that I wanted. So I'm going to select this tag and change it. Why is that? Let me remove it from the family. So you go to families and reinforcement. So I'm gonna remove it. Now when I go to tag, it should say I have nothing loaded. So go to yes, US metric, annotations, structural, area reinforcement, open. So right, so now that I have that in, I could just modify this a bit. I would like to have a arrow, so you go to edit type, arrow fill 15 degrees, and I would like to have this free, so I can place it anywhere I want. So I'll just place it somewhere in the middle here. Drag this down here. Let's add another one here. So we could select this, type CS for create similar, or you could just click on this icon here. And let's add one to this. Let's move this here. Now let's escape a few times, select the tag, and change it to free end. Let's change that there. Let's call out these. So TG is the shortcut for tag. You'll see that I have none loaded for structural rebar. Let's load in some. So US metric, structure, annotations, structural structural rebar, open. So I prefer to have this here, and let's put an arrowhead, but I'll change that to open dot. So you see that open dot there. Let's add two more here. So select this CS. Let's put dimensions for this slabage. So TG, actually no, not TG. Let's pick our line dimension. 600. That's 300. Hopefully that is, we could view that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select filter, all my dimensions, all my tags, and rebar tags. I'm going to change the color to red, so I'll be able to see it when I place it on a sheet. Yeah, that makes more sense. Alright, so we have this, we have that. Let's create a foundation plan. So in your project browser, duplicate with detailing, right? Let's rename this. So right click, rename foundation plan. Let's change the view range. In the properties, and let's drop this down to about 1,000, and this could be about 800, and the bottom offset could remain as is. Okay. I'm not seeing area reinforcement, so check none and rebar, and let's make sure that we could see it in this plan, which is the foundation plan. So selecting visibility graphics foundation, press OK. Let's change to medium. I don't know why I'm not seeing just a wireframe. Anyway, let's tag this. So annotate tag. This is the reinforcement in the wall, and then let's go to visibility graphics. It's probably hidden, so It should be seen here. It's not hidden. Right, I just realized why I'm not seeing the rebar on the floor. My view range has to drop past, so I have to put this like negative, I guess 650, and change this to negative 650. Because right now the view range is stops right on the level 1. It doesn't go past that, so I can't see anything beyond or below level 1. So I need to drop it. So now I'll be able to see. So now I can select it. So go to tile by category and select the reinforcement. Right. Go to wireframe. Select the horizontal and that says show middle. The vertical, show middle. Same with the horizontal, show middle. Vertical, show middle. Okay. Select this and let's drag it. Yeah, that's fine. And with this, change this to free end. Let's add some dimensions to this. So choose align dimensions. This is the slab that I'm seeing here. Structural reinforcement. Slab edge. So from here to here should be 600. Here to here, 600. From here. Same thing, we'll select all the annotations, so dimensions, the tags, and this span direction symbol. And let's override by element. Let's change it to red. Apply. Okay. Actually, this span direction could go back to black or some lighter color, I guess, dark green or something. Okay, so that's that sheet. This sheet, we have level 1. I don't think I need to put this on any sheets. We have the section 1 callout. We rename section 1 to section A-A, and rename this section A-A and callout. Alright, so let's create some sheets. Sheets, right click, new sheet. I'll save the project. Right, so right now they only have the A1 metric, which is fine, but it's not much views. It's um, just basically, all right, we use this. Okay. Um, so this is the generic title block that comes with Revit. Now, if you want to put your own label here and change certain things, what you do is you select the sheet itself, edit the family. I'll just use this as an example. I will delete this raster image here. I could change this text to www.udaya.pollard@gmail.com, I guess. These things could stay as is. Client name, project name, sheet name. If they have a number already generated, so you have to change that. These are tags and these are labels. Labels can be changed. Tags have real information in it, like the date, who was drawn by. All these are tags that can be changed by, labels that can be changed here. You see, you have edit label. I have all these fields. You could create your own labels and place them on the sheet. Right? So for now, I'm not going to go too much into it. I'm going to save this. I'm going to save it and save it anywhere that you know that you'll be able to access it very easily. And I will just call this a custom A1 metric. Then you load it back into the project. So that's fine. In your families, go straight down to the end where you see title. Where's title box? Probably an annotation. Where's my title box? Right click, search, title, block. So, I did not see it. First, next. Oh, that's it? What? I'm seeing it. Anyway. Alright, so go to, let's minimize this. Go to your sheets, right click, and rename this plans, and plans, sections, and details. We're going to attempt to put everything on one sheet. Now, normally we would not do this. Let's call this 100. Normally we would not do this. Because I'm running out of time, I'm just trying to breeze through. Now, this is not the sheet I want, so I'll select the sheet and choose my custom A1 metric sheet. Right? Here you can put your name, so it was drawn by, I'll put my initials. Checked by whoever. Designed by me, OCP. Approved by whatever. Issue date, we assume it's today. And then we go to whatever plan. So for now, I'll use the foundation plan. Now, I don't really need to see the elevation marks. So to activate this, let me just do that one more time. You can either double left click and once this is highlighted, or you can right click, select it, and go up here and say activate view. Now I'm going to add the crop region to just bring in this view a little closer and hide it. Right click, deactivate the view. So now we could move this around. Right, so let's add another view. We'll add section AA. Let's shift it. I don't want to see the crop region, so I'll hide that. And section A callout. Now, since all the annotations was in red, let's do the same thing here. So filter, check none, the dimensions and the text notes. Let's change to red. So select that's it there. I don't want to see the crop region, so I hide it. Nope, apparently it was hidden. So let's hide it. And last but not least, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put under this crop region. Let's bring it on over here. Yeah, that's fine. Let's bring this up about here. Right, hide the crop region. You can double click out of the view to deactivate it as well. Yes, I want to add the 3D rebar view, but I have to make some changes to it first. So first thing we'll do, open the view, apply the section box. My section box is hidden because probably it's hidden in visibility graphics. So go to VG, annotation, go down to section box. No, it's actually there. So why am I not seeing my section box? Chef, where's my section box? Okay, so the section box is visible. So what I'm doing, make sure that you select the control and not the elements in the tank. So you see it says control, and also if you look here, you'll see you can also pay attention to the bottom here. And you see it says control, select it, and you can drag it back. Select this one, drag it back a bit. Select this one, drag it back a bit. Drag this back a bit. And this is the component we created. I would prefer that is shown as transparent as the rest of the like the wall and the floor. So type VG and we go down to structure, foundation, and override the transparency 60%. Apply. Okay. If you zoom into there, you will see these two lines. These are the two rebars that we have placed in there. So you select them, view visibility, and make sure that in the 3D view that is viewed is unobscured and also viewed as a solid. If I press escape a few times, you see it's being shown here. As well as these two, you follow the same procedure. View visibility and check off these two, press OK, should be fine. Alright, so this is the view that I want. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the section box. So type VG, go to annotation category, go to section boxes, apply, OK, and it's hidden. If you want, now what we're going to do, we're going to lock this 3D view, so we won't be able to rotate it or anything like that. So right now, if I try to rotate, I won't be able to rotate. I can't even select the view cube, right? And in this mode, we are able to annotate. So if you go to the annotate, tag by category, I want to, no, that's it there. And you have these two at the bottom here. I wouldn't be able to get to that one, so I'll leave it alone. Escape. And same procedure, I'm gonna make these red, change the color to red, press OK, press OK. And in my sheet, just drag the 3D rebar. Now it looks very small, so we can change the scale. So say 1 in 100, let's change it to 1 in 50. Still a little small, let's change it to 1 in 25 might be too big. Let's see how that looks here. It's not that bad. Let's activate this view and let's make some adjustments. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Right click, deactivate the view. And there you have it. Right, so the last step will be just to print this page. You could go, if you go to manage project information and everything. Okay, let me do that very quickly. The client name is Jack Rabbit. The project name is Water RC Water Tank. Project number is, I guess we'll call it T-001. Alright, let's select OK. And you see it's already changed here. Alright, so that's basically it. The last thing to do is to print. So Control P for print. Now I'm going to use a PDF printer. So if you have Adobe, that's fine. Go to Setup and change the paper size to A1 because it's A1 we are using. Make sure that the paper placement is center. You zoom to 100% and landscape, but this is fine. And you only printing this one sheet, but if you're printing many other sheets, you will go to selected views and sheet and choose other sheets. And that's it. You can look at a preview of it. Right? Now, see, like, obviously I was supposed to take this title block and place it closer to here. So it's a good thing to check your work. So what I'm going to do is select the 3D rebar and just place it somewhere here. Control P, Adobe, make sure that it's A1, right? The settings remain, and select OK. Okay, so I've printed the sheet as a PDF, so let me go to my PDF reader. And this is basically, to zoom in, see how it, right? Now, things to note before I close off. Now, if your water tank is underground, obviously, you could go in these views and place some type of membrane along the walls. Now, that's what should have happened here as well. Now, I showed you how to in which view? In this view, how to add this fill region here. You could do that along, maybe not so thick. We could do this along the wall to show that you will protect the wall, because if you have water in this tank, obviously you want to protect the concrete. So what I advise that you do is you create a fill region, add a text, note to it, but basically that's the water tank. If you're adding a cover, then the cover will basically have, you should add columns to this to support the cover on top, and also a beam system. What I would suggest you do, you go and create a grid system, add the columns, add the beams, place rebars in the columns and beams, ensure that you have a page that shows all this information, and you should be fine. Another thing, if you notice, it says here 2S100, which means detail 2 and sheet S100. Now, it's only one sheet. So this is sheet S100, and detail 2 will be this, section AE. So the person reading this will know where to go and where to look for certain details. Now, if you have many pages, this tag comes in very handy. Alright, so that's the end of my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit the like button if you like it. Bye.